Hey, what's going on everybody? Saljan F1 here, and today we've got something way different for you. We're going to be going into the controller layout with the new 6.1 patch on Fortnite. They added so many cool things for consoles with like the instant building, we got faster editing, and you got that sensitivity scale for when you're in building mode and when you're outside building mode, and the full customized layout of your controller. So I went in naturally. I have Keepmine's videos for my PC. I could figure out that I could figure something nice for the controller as well. Now this is for normal controllers. This is not. I don't have a Scuff. I don't have an Elite. This is just a normal, regular controller. And I went in. I played earlier. I tried to just mess around. I already tweaked some settings, and I found out what worked best for me. And a nice little layout. So this is something for you guys so you could take from, and I think it'll benefit a lot of you if you guys just practice with this, or you can take little tips or see what I was aiming for, and then tailor it to you. Works well with you. With that all being said, let's get into it. But first, I just want to let you know the quality is going to look a little down, mainly because. So the reason, so I can stream this video and make this video, I have to be upstairs. This is where my computer is and my stream setup is. Downstairs where my Xbox is. So I'm doing this one thing. I'm going on the Xbox Live app. I'm live streaming it and to stream up here. And then I'm connecting my controller here, up here on my PC. And so there's definitely a delay. And so it's not going to be as crisp. But so keep that in mind when you're watching this video. But it does work and it still gets it done. And yeah, let's get into it. All right, so as you can see, we got a controller right here, boom, and there we go. Look at us move. All right, so yeah, it's a little choppy, and you'll see a little glitch out every now and again. So also keep in mind, I've only had about probably about an hour about configuring it, figuring out, and then messing with it, and seeing how it works out for me. Now we're gonna discuss kind of the changes that I did and why I made these changes. So first thing, let's go through the settings. Now, one of the cool things, if you didn't know with the patch, is that you have the scaling building things. So pretty much like you can have one of the problems before is like you wanted high enough sensitivity so you can aim, or so you can build, but you didn't want it too high where you couldn't aim still. But so you're trying to find that balance. Now you don't have to sacrifice. You can find whatever works perfectly for your aim and your fighting. I'm a low sensitivity player on this because I have crappy aim, so I have mine down. Also, you can have it scale, it's a multiplier. So with this, you're gonna wanna mess around with it for yours. I think if you're a higher sensitivity player, you're not gonna want to scale as much as I have it scaled. I wouldn't suspect that. But if you have it low, like where I kind of have it, 1.8 seemed to work with me. I would like adjust. If you go higher, then lower the scaling sensitivity. But your building sensitivity right here. So this works for me. So if you just want to see what that really means, this is how it looks when I turn. Right? That's just me holding it. But when I'm in building mode, I turn way faster. Normal. And then when I go to building, it's way faster. And then, all right, let's move on to the next thing. So that's the first thing I have. Now going down, going down, going down. Sprint by default. This is not just this patch. This has been out, but I have sprint by default. I even on my PC, I unbound how to even to toggle back to normal, like to not sprint, to just walk, because I never needed it. I still don't need it. So like I just unbound that key and I put something else in its spot. So yeah, you're not gonna really need it, but I still moved it because for whatever in this game, auto run and your sprint, your toggle button is kind of one and the same. So then I did put it back in, and you'll see where I put it. I have edit aim assist off. If you prefer to have that on, that's the thing where like it grabs onto the edit box, and then it'll move it. It'll just like keep you in that zone within the box, instead of having just like a free roam kind of thing. I guess that's personal preference right there. All right, here's the change right here. Builder Pro immediately. AKA, so when you're using Builder Pro and you hit whatever hotkey is assigned to that specific build, it builds it instantly instead of having to double tap it or select it and then, or like to scroll to it, not scroll, whatever, you know what I mean? Select it and then like confirm it kind of thing. You don't have to do that if you put this way. And this is huge. I think this is definitely what you want to use. Now your edit time, put that all the way down to the left. You don't need to be waiting there editing all day. Go ahead and drop that and make it as fast as possible. Now let's move on to the juicy stuff. Here we go. Oh, and by the way, just so you see what it means. So I can just click this right here, boom. I don't have to select anything. Anyway, so now you see I'm on custom. You have your different controls between normal and building controls. The main thing I wanted is to have bumper jumper. I used to play Halo, So bumper jumper is like it's the I think in majority of other games they had this. They called it bumper jumper. I came from Halo, or one of my first like first person shooter type of games, and I always selected bumper jumper. Why? Because I didn't like in this game A is default for jumping. Problem with that is you aim with your right analog stick. So if I'm aiming with my right analog stick and I'm so if I'm aiming with my right analog stick and I hit to jump, I have to get off my analog stick. That means I'm sacrificing aim mid-fight and then have to get back on my right analog stick so I can start aiming. But if I'm using the bumpers, that means I'm never sacrificing aim, and I can jump and I can move and I can always focus on aim. I don't have to get off my analog stick at any point. So I think that's big, and that's why I wanted to center almost everything around and make it work. And then there was a couple other things that I wanted to tailor to, but I had to make that work. And then I decided, like, this is it's pretty much what I centered everything around. I wanted to make that work, and I just kind of like went from there and then moved things where I thought they should go. So how do we make that work? Let's look into it. So right here, you obviously see I have bumper jumper. It's up here, and I can move. Here's the beauty of this. Look at that. I can jump, I can aim. My aim sucks either way, so don't worry about it. On console, that's terrible. Look at that. I'm trying to keep center on this thing. Also have the delay from it being actually downstairs. I'm upstairs, and I'm connected by a 50-foot Ethernet cable, so you know. But yeah. But it's pretty cool though. I can aim, I can jump. Where's my sound? Oh yeah, I took off my sound. Oh, one of the big keys that I wanted, because look, so what ended up happening is to have the left bumper, I couldn't cycle through weapons, right? You need to be able to cycle through your weapons, and I wasn't able to cycle through weapons, so because the right bumper was for next weapon, and then previous weapon was on the left bumper. So by doing that, I kind of messed that up. So what I did, and I actually like this more. I like this a lot more. I have it on the R3. So remember, I've removed. So I don't need to sprint. I'm always running. I don't need to like run or to like walk, which I did move. I guess we'll talk about that now. Where did I move that to? I moved it on the left analog stick. I mean, the directional pad. So auto sprints right there. I don't need it, but auto sprint's nice, right? So boom, I just hit that, tap it, boom, I'm auto sprinting. And that's kind of the only thing you really want. Auto sprint's nice, and there you go. But look, so the R3, L3 kind of thing, when you push in your analog stick, that's what's gonna move. It's super easy to do. You don't have to sacrifice direction. Like, it's just super easy to do. Whatever you need. And then you can jump, and then, so now you don't have to need the bumpers. It frees up the bumper. The other thing I wanted is I wanted to be able to crouch. Right there, that's easy. You can hit the side of your button, you can crouch shoot, and then you can jump and do your little peek shot. So let me, so you can crouch, and then you can use your jump crouch to peek. Oops, give me a sec. Boom, 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 boom. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for normal. So now let's go to Builder Pro. Actually one more thing. Let's look, yeah, this is Builder. So in Builder, what I didn't like is, I never liked this too, is having to use, I changed my directional button. I'll show you real quick again. On the build options, I changed material. So change material was this. Now I just put that on sprint again because that's where it was on the other control, so just keep it consistent. I moved to change material to the left analog stick because I think it's way better, because I used to hate having hit this to switch your mats, because you would have to let go of your control. So like you would have to, and this is your move key, so at some point you have to be either like jumping and move it really quick. I don't know, it was just pain. So sometimes you jump so you can let go of your left analog stick to click it. But with clicking the left analog, like pushing in, like L3, I can keep moving. I can switch everything I want. I can jump, whatever I want. Now, so I kept everything else the same as far as the building goes, except for, since I have jump, right? One of the things I wanted to be able to do, which I also didn't like jump for, you know when you want to go like, or, okay, there goes the lag I'm talking about. But, you know when you go like this, right here, boom, boom, and now you want to jump and be faster with this. It's hard to keep your aim and hit A, and then also hit your ramp. So, but I wanted to keep it bumper jumper. So I put that there. Remember, now bumper jumper is still in the same spot, and then I can just go like that real easy. Bumper jumpers are still in the same spot. The only thing is that I had to remove the pyramid. So I put the pyramid in A, and honestly, it still works fine. That's actually something that could be better, though, because you don't have directional control with it being A. So I would actually look into something else, maybe, to set up pyramid. Let's try this. Let's see if how R3 goes. Way better. Yeah, that's better. That's yeah. R3 is where to go. And then if you want to rotate something, you can just hit A. There you go. That's better. That's better. All right. So then now we just had to adjust that real quick because I don't like things to. I need to be able to move in any direction that I want as I'm building something. So I kept everything the same. If you look at it, we have ramp is still your. Let's look. So yeah, you got your stair piece still the left trigger, the wall right trigger, and the RB is still the floor. Let me see if I changed anything else. I think, yeah, besides my pyramids and the jump and stuff like that, pyramid is now R3, and then I have rotate on A. Everything else is the same. I can hit that really easy. And this is just messing around. See, this is what I like about it, is I can jump, no problem. Oh, whoops. Man, they did so good for console players. This is so nice. Oh! Remember, I just learned this too, so I'm not a console player at all. Oh! Oh yeah, and then like on top of this, and then like the lag that I'm getting from it being downstairs, it's a little bit of a pain. Oh, am I out of mats? Oh, there was a little lag there. Yeah, there's such a delay, but it's fine. You still get the gist. I like being able to rotate, move, jump, and all that stuff without being like here goes a 90 right here. Oh, it's a little slow 90, but it's fine. There we go. Oh. I like this, man. I really like it. I might mess around on console a little bit. Yeah, so anyway, I am not a good console player. I mean, I know how to play the game. When I was playing it, I mean, I was decent at it. I just don't play it at all. I haven't even touched, like, touching this controller right now feels really weird. I haven't played it in a while. But as you see, like imagine you guys who actually play console, like you'll be able to get this down. It's really easy. You just got to take some time, get used to it. One of the weapon switching will be something different to get used to. But like I like it a lot. Like I've been messing with it. I'm like, this makes total sense. I like it a lot. Digging it. Boom, snipe that mountain. Easy, he's out of here. Anyway, so like I said, guys, with like my PC keybind videos, everything is muscle memory. The way you learned your other settings is the same way you can learn these settings. Just stay with it, grind it out, get on playgrounds, keep messing around, get some sort of proficiency with it, and then go play some normal games. And then when you die because you misclicked or did something like that, hop back on playgrounds, do it again, and then grind it out, because it makes sense to me, and if it makes sense to you, then it's worth it. So go ahead and give it a shot. And I hope that helped you out. Okay. And if it did, go ahead and hit a like. Let me know what you think about this whole setup and any improvements that you wanted to add in the comment section. And if you're not already, go ahead and subscribe. I have a whole bunch of guides on my channel and things like that to help you become a better player. All right, y'all take care and have a good one.